All righty. So welcome everybody. Today is February the 20th, 2023. And you guys, this is week number 7 of the Boss Babe series, Be a Game Changer. Be a Game Changer. And it's been good. I've loved it. I have loved it. In fact, you know what we need to do? I will try to post somewhere Karen Rottle's address so we can all send her a little thank you note for just doing this for us, because she individually asked all these National Sales Director Emeriti to do a little call for us, and they all said yes. And that's why we've had such great training these last 7 weeks. So anyway, next week will be a little bit of a wrap up, and I'll be excited to wrap it up with everybody next week. But we will continue to do our Boss Babe calls. Okay, so in case you are new to Boss Babe and you just started the 7 weeks, we've been doing these since 2017. So you're welcome every Monday night to jump on here with us. Okay, there won't be a notebook. It'll just be me and different friends of mine that will be speaking. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with everybody. All right, and we're going to get the show on the road. Okay, so first of all, what we always like to do is we want to know who is our number 1 game changer for last week. Who's our number 1 game changer for last week? So I want you to add up your score and go ahead and look in here and put your points down. Sarah Johnson has already got 50 points that she put down. So put your points down. So just as a reminder, you get points, 20 points if you just attend your success meeting. This counts with your camera on. All right. Why do we want your camera on? Because some of y'all are trying to watch TV, cook dinner, play with the dog. I don't know what all y'all doing instead of paying attention. So if your camera's on, sometimes you can pay attention a little bit more. At least for me, that's what I feel like, for me personally. Okay. Plus, as your sales director, we want to see your beautiful face. Okay. 30 points if you do a weekly accountability call with your sales director that you spoke to her and checked in with her this week. 10 points for every new name and number you collected. 25 points for every party you booked. 50 points for every party you actually held this last week. 20 points for every face pampered with samples, virtual or in person. 20 points for every guest who attends a guest event, like a virtual guest event, recruiting event. 25 points for every career chat that you booked. 50 points for every career chat that you held. 100 points for every new team member that you signed. So let's do some shout outs for some of you guys. 180 points for Marilyn, 50 points for Valerie, 195 for Sandy. Very, very good. Who else had some points? I know some of you are like, I just didn't add them up. Well, you know what? I find that, let me just go back here. When I don't add up, it's because I don't want to face the reality of what I did not do. Okay, does that make sense? It's not what you did do, because honestly, if you got 2 recruits, held 2 parties, and got 10 names, you be adding up your points, okay? It's because you don't want to face the reality of what you did not do last week. But sometimes that's what you need to put you into action with this next week, right? So, Darla Greenwood, she did 50 points as well. Congratulations. So it looks like our game changer winner so far, Grace Gloria, 185. Very good, Grace. So it looks like it could be Sandy, our number 1 person for last week. And I know some of y'all are probably thinking, why don't this count my reorder business? Because this right now is new business that we're focusing on. You've been in longer, you're going to have reorders. I mean, I love my reorder business, but that's what we're rewarding and recognizing is new business. So that's what that's about. Vicki, 115, very good. So thank y'all for adding up your points. In fact, just thank you for participating. Okay. So tonight we're pretty excited because our Boss Babe guest speaker is the one, the only Kathy Helou. Kathy Helou, I've met her many times. She is an amazing National Sales Director Emeritus. And I've asked my friend Beth Gallagher, who is a sales director who's been coming on for this series, if she would do the honor tonight of reading us about Kathy Helou, reading us her story. And there's a place in your book that says take notes on her story. So guess what? I personally am pulling out my little notebook. I did not listen to this in advance. I normally do, but I didn't. So I'm going to listen to it at the same time y'all do. And I am going to take some notes about what stands out to me in her story. So Beth, if you will go ahead and unmute, and let me find it on here.
Yep, I'm unmuted.
Okay, I want to highlight you as well. There you are.
All right.
Okay, take it away.
Beautiful. Well, independent elite executive, national sales director emeritus Kathy Helou is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and her former occupation was an executive secretary. She did begin her business in November of 1981, and she became an independent sales director in October of 1982. She became an independent national sales director in March of 1994, and she was a $2 million sales director. And if I remember right, she was the first $2 million sales director in the company, and she was inner circle for 20 times. Kathy says, I am so thankful that I learned how to praise people to success from our dear founder, Mary Kay Ash. It's allowed me to help others discover, develop, and deploy their God-given gifts in this world. The choice is right. Independent elite executive, national sales director emeritus, Kathy Helou's iStory takes the prize. She first heard about Mary Kay products while she was a contestant on The Price is Right game show. Instead of a car, she won an assortment of Mary Kay products valued at $56. I was 27 years old, wore very little makeup, and was a sun worshiper, Kathy recalls. I also was on medical leave from my job, having been diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. I cannot imagine all that I would have missed had I not won that prize on that game show in 1979, Kathy exclaims. I'm so thankful for the greatest opportunity in the world for women. Kathy was so impressed with the products that she purchased more from an independent beauty consultant. She finally started her own Mary Kay business, and what a business it has been. Kathy was the first independent sales director to reach the $2 million sales mark, was a Mary Kay Inner Circle national sales director for numerous years, and earned her way to the title of independent elite executive national sales director with 7 independent national sales director offspring before debuting as an emeritus. The legacy I'm most proud to leave will live on in the hearts and minds of the amazing offspring national sales directors in our Legacy of Grace family, Kathy says. I'm indebted to and so proud of Phyllis Sammons, Heather Carlson, Sue Ubel, Elaine Kimball Williams, Melody Fox, Jeannie Tamborello, and Bridget Shaw. I believe Mary Kay's legacy and the Legacy of Grace family are secure in their capable hands and hearts. Kathy's love for her business comes not from how much in commissions she's earned, but how it's affected her family. During my 37 years as a Mary Kay businesswoman, excuse me, both of my daughters, Jordan and Sydney, came home from the hospital in a pink Cadillac and were influenced greatly by Mary Kay's philosophies and principles. I believe they were shaped by her godly principles, and that has made them the strong, goal-setting, caring, and creative women they are today. I am extremely proud of them. Today, Kathy says she could write a book with what she learned in her Mary Kay journey, and adds that many of the things she would say to a new Mary Kay independent beauty consultant are the same things she would say to all new Mary Kay independent national sales directors. Never dig up in doubt what's been planted in faith in your heart. Only take advice from someone with whom you would trade places. Inactivity is the dark room where negatives develop. Stay in motion, doing the right things to move you to your next step. Make it your mission to serve others, and it will serve you well. And lastly, a Bible verse that has rested on every single date book of mine since day one, and 37 years later still does. commit your work to the Lord. Wow.
So good. So good. So Beth, I'm going to bring you up here first. Since you read it, what stands out to you the most in all of this?
You know, her enthusiasm, and that she had such a passion to pass on Mary Kay's legacy, and that was from day one. She was so grateful that this company came into her life. And I don't have it up in front of me right now, but just her principles and her ethics that aligned with what Mary Kay was. And the fact that I think for me, it was one of these last ones, you know, don't dig up and doubt what's been planted in faith in your heart. So thanks,
Absolutely.
putting that back
love
up so I could read that line.
No, it's no problem. So thank you. So you did a great job reading it. I really appreciate it. You guys, who else would like to say just something that stood out just in her story before we move on to what she has to say to us? You can just unmute if you have something. Okay.
I just always love the fact that she started because the price is right. I just think that is so funny, but you know, so real. And that's how I've never met her personally, but just from the times that I've seen her, she's just such a real person.
Thank you. Yes, I love that. It's the greatest story ever. It's the greatest story ever. She could have won a car, and I'm so sure she was so disappointed when they go, you won a $50 Mary Kay, you know, and then it changed her whole entire life. I mean, 2 million, her unit did $2 million. Let me put that in perspective for you. It's an average of $84,000 wholesale a month. An average of $82,000 wholesale a month in her unit. Y'all let that sink in. Okay, we're going to go ahead
That's
and
remarkable.
amazing. We're going to play her message for us today. So I'm going to leave her picture on there so you can just stare at her beautiful face. And I'm sure some of y'all see, I know many of us have seen her in person, and some of us have had her teach on different things even since she's retired. And so she's an amazing gal. I met her many times, but she was at some of the conferences I was at too. And I just always just enjoy hearing her teach and train because of her passion. So here we go. You guys can take a few notes about her game-changing moment.
Well, happy 2023 to consultants and directors across this great United States of America. This is Kathy Helou, Elite Executive National Sales Director Emeritus, coming to you and just sharing a game changer moment in my Mary Kay career. I think as I reflect upon my career of almost 39 years, I think probably in the genesis of my Mary Kay business, the game changer for me in the beginning, the fact that I wanted to be around the directors. I would want to be within earshot of what they were talking about. I wanted to be in a director's suit like them. I wanted to go to the meetings that they were allowed to go to that consultants didn't attend. And most of all, I wanted to be in the space of my director, Debbie Moore. I loved watching her. I watched her every move. I listened to her every word. I attended everything that she would drive in to Toledo from Cleveland area to present. And so I knew that if I stayed a consultant, I probably would be a wonderful achieving consultant in her unit, but I wouldn't be side by side with her, getting her mentorship and experience. So that was a game changer moment for me as far as wanting to be in the space of brilliant women. I would go to career conferences and I would listen, even at seminars, in classes, to everything the women who were further ahead than I was would say. And I would remember their personal stories, their personal victories, their personal struggles, their personal breakthroughs, more than I would remember book, coach, sell, and recruit. So I wanted to be inspired from my inside out, from my core, from my heart, which is the wellspring of my entire existence. when that is motivated and moving and pumping, then everything else will figure itself out. The mechanics. I needed that inspiration. And so I knew that I needed to move up. And how would I move up? I also knew, which was a game-changing moment for me, that consistency in holding what we use beauty shows. You can call them parties or get-togethers or whatever you want to call them, but I call them beauty shows. And those beauty shows / skincare classes, I knew were where everything would happen in my business, because I believed what Mary Kay Ash said. And so she used to say, nothing happens until we sell something. Well, I loved to present Mary Kay products and the opportunity at the very same time. I always said they're like soup and sandwich, love and marriage, horse and carriage, they go together. And so I'm going to present the fabulous products that change complexions. I'm going to change the fabulous opportunity that changes lives at the same time. And because I would tell my story about how my attitude changed from being around brilliant women and being around entrepreneurs and momtrepreneurs, women were totally attracted to them, in my belief in the core of my being that this business model worked. And I would talk about Mary Kay. So I would, it's kind of like when you play a game. I am a game player. I grew up in a family of 7. We always played games. I love Monopoly. I love Battleship. I today love Rummy Cube. It's a super strategy game. I love Gin Rummy. I love games. Sometimes when somebody is winning, you have to hit the reset on your thinking about how to play the game so that you can emerge as a winner. Well, that's the Mary Kay. It's like playing a game. Sometimes we have to hit the reset button, and we have to change some things. And maybe your change is just to be more consistent, or to really believe that the skincare class is the core, where you get more bookings, you get people excited about the product, you get future hostesses, you get to share the business opportunity, so you have recruiting prospects. And that's the full cycle of how our business works. So I was absolutely convinced that if I would hold 5 parties a week, and I think 5 parties, if they're just 3 hours, even if I spent 3 hours, that's 15 hours a week holding parties. I think I can find a space where I can hold 15 hours worth of Mary Kay parties consistently. Well, my friends, that led to a gold medal in my early career, a gold medal for 17 consecutive months, which the next year I sat me on the throne as the queen of recruiting. I know it's queen of sharing today, but it was queen of recruiting. I had earned the use of my very first pink Cadillac in my 11th month of this business. And I can tell you, the game changer for me was that consistency in holding no less than 5 parties a week, 15 hours. So there you go. That was my game changer then. And then I just want to share with you that I also then became a sales director within, a very short time. And I knew then as a director, if I could help women manufacture dreams. See, I believe this company is run on the fuel of dreams. And I believe that we need to get back to dreaming without a tether to something else. Dream without reservation, dream in living color, because that's the game changer, is seeing your life as you want to see it. And then things will begin to come together. Mary Kay always told us that. I believe it was Mary Kay, maybe it was even National Sales Director Rena Tarbett, beloved Rena Tarbett. She said, when your purpose is greater than your problems, failure will never overtake you. And I believe that in Mary Kay, you can learn to navigate around any obstacle. Mary Kay did say you can go over, under, around, or through anything with the right attitude. And I believe that one of the best things that came out of my joining Mary Kay in November of 1981 was I had an attitude transplant. I started seeing the silver lining around clouds. And when you do that, you can help other people feel the same way. And if you're going to invest your lives in helping women and helping customers with their complexions and women with their dreams, I can't think of a better way to invest Your life is in helping other people. It's called servanthood. And that's what Mary Kay is all about. So I just want you to know that I believe anything is possible with Mary Kay, but I believe it all starts with your attitude, which is 90%, 10% technique, but your attitude, success is based on your attitude. You can do anything. You can achieve anything, and you can take others along with you because people who know where they're going and love what they're doing. I really, truly believe that I never worked mentally at this business as much as I enjoyed watching the fruits of my labor every single day in other people achieving a win. That's what it was all about, even as a brand new consultant and seeing people with that little pink mirror in their hand, grip tightly saying, wow, I feel pretty for the first time. Or they call the next day and say, my husband said I look so pretty. Those are the wins that you can have as a consultant, and the wins just keep on coming as an independent sales director. Even if it's not your goal, it wasn't my goal when I joined, but it slowly unraveled and built into that desire in my heart. And I want you to know that I had a Bible verse that was on my date book from the very first date book ever. Proverbs 16:3, and admit your work to the Lord, then your plans will succeed. So I pray that you will commit your work to the Lord, that you will have a total game-changing moment from all of these wonderful little wonderful stories and lessons that you're going to receive from a plethora of people that Karen Rydell, new National Sales Director, has lined up for all of you. How amazing, and congratulations on becoming a new National Sales Director. The company is blessed to have you as a leader of leaders in Mary Kay. Okay, happy 2023. It's Kathy Helou saying, God bless you and bless you again. Well, happy 2020.
Okay, you guys. If you're like me, I filled up a whole entire page. So let me just stop my share a minute. I'm going to put this on a gallery view so I can see everybody. I love her enthusiasm. I love everything about Kathy, but I'm not going to take all the stuff. So we would love to hear from any of you. Just you can just unmute, and I'll spotlight you for a minute and tell me what you thought about the game-changing moment.
I thought it was great. I'm Lenora. I'm at work, so I'm gonna go kind of fast. The fact that she wanted to be around the directors, she wanted the director suit. She watched Debbie Moore, who was her director, her movements, everything about her, and she just wanted to be where they were. The excitement in her made her continue to go on.
Thank you, Lenora. I thought the same thing. You look up to who you want to be around, and then you're like, and that's why I'm going to work, because I am going to get in those. I used to do that with top directors. I would look up and I'm like, I want to sit where they're sitting. I want to get to know those women. Not that I didn't love the people I'm around, but I had people to look up to, and it gave me a goal to get up there. So thank you. Okay, who else would like? Lisa, the rising Lisa. Would you like to say something? I see your hand up.
I would. I am in awe that Kathy Helou had the same scripture verse in her office as what hangs on my office wall. And it just reaffirmed for me that, and it says, commit your plans. So my new thing this year has been that I'm focused on plans, and it just goes with that scripture verse. And I also really appreciated, I've been in Mary Kay for 38 years, and I came in on my 18th birthday, and I've been through a lot, and I love Rena. I grew up with Kathy Helou, and it's just been really amazing to hear a Rena Tarbett quote again. We don't hear those very often, and I just really appreciated that she quoted that, and she said that when my purpose is bigger than my I think she said obstacles, then failure will never overtake me. And I just, that I'm going to take that nugget and just run with it. And so thank you for having this. This was wonderful.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. And you know, you and I have been in around the same time. So mine will be 38 years this year too. And we were raised
Sweet.
on Rita Tarver and all her isms. We love it.
Exactly.
Okay, who else had something that they got? Don't be shy.
Well, first time I ever heard of this before, and I loved it. She talked about the soup and sandwich and love and marriage and the products and the opportunity. And, when she said that, I get the visual, because sometimes, perhaps when I'm at an appointment, I'm selling the product. And I know that I'm supposed to sprinkle it in there because it's a layering process. But that visual was so poignant to me. The soup and sandwich, love and marriage, the products and the opportunity, they all go hand in hand. And I loved that. So that was cool.
Thank you for saying that, because do you know how many of y'all have, just raise your hand if you ever been to a different party, but another direct selling party, if you've ever been to one of any kind. Raise your hand if you've ever been to one. Not skincare particular. Okay, I have too. And I can remember sitting there and they did the whole presentation. And then as soon as they got done with the selling part, they did the whole career right there, same people. And then, so half the people, purchased, and like half the people, I don't know about half, but a lot of them went ahead and signed up. And here's the thing about that. Some of these people, that could be the one and only time you're in front of their face. You may try to get with them later, but they may not get with you. So why not give it to them? But I think consultants don't do this, maybe directors too, but because you think, I got to have the money today because I need the sales today to pay the bill. And that's great, but if I talked about that, then she may not buy. So you guys get over that, because really, do you really think that you're going to sign 100% of the people you talk to? I mean, we wish, right? We would be in that
Definitely.
But the truth is, you're not going to sign up 100% of the people. But what if you did 10 faces in a week, or she did 5 parties in a week, and you did the opportunity to every single one of them, and out of 30 faces that week, if 5 signed up, if every week you got a gold medal, I mean, did y'all hear what she said? That she got, just a minute, I wrote it down.
17 months.
Thank you. Yes, 17 months of a gold medal or more.
Gosh.
So in case you can't add, my calculator's not on, someone get one. What is 5 times 17?
85.
85 recruits in 17 months. And of course, she was the queen of sales, the queen of recruiting that year. And so there were months she got more than 5. She got 6 or 7, but you call it a gold medal if you get 5 or more. So thank you for saying that, Maureen. We need to do that. We really definitely do, because it's there, we have our chance. And then of course we can follow up, but at least offer it and see who might be interested. Okay, who else has something they got out of it? Salem, what you got to say?
Hello, everybody. Well, to be honest, I had some companies stop by. I did not listen, but I will say that I have heard her before in person, and just her commitment, her belief in the company, and her work ethic are unmatched. And I think that really, that really goes to her longevity over the years. And the other thing I want to say real quick, and this has nothing to do with this speaker, but these Boss Babe calls are so powerful. When I got on and my company stopped by, I was like, shoot, I wish I was, on there listening, because it is such a jump start to the week. And I just want to thank you. for all that you do, but we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Selah. Thank you. You know what? It helps me too. It helps me jumpstart my week. It helps me look forward to seeing everybody and get my brain back on my business. And
Yes.
and I know I kind of miss Sunday night because it got me started a day earlier. But with them, it is still the first day. It's the second day of the week, but it's the first work day of the week. And I've enjoyed my time with my family on Sunday nights. But I really do enjoy seeing everybody, and I call it Mary Kay mode. So have you ever been on vacation and you enjoy it so much, but you're ready to get back to work? You're really ready, and I love that. So thank you, Selah. And I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I didn't notice that you came and went away, but I know you've heard her many times. Okay, who else has something that
I want to say something.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
I was sitting there listening about her 5 classes, and y'all know we hear that a lot, no less than 3 a week. And y'all, I'm just with this virtual world, there is no reason why we can't hold 5 parties a week, y'all. 5 parties. It wouldn't take 5 hours, but Kathy Helou, definitely a spitfire, definitely walk the walk, such a great example. And I love push the reset button and get an attitude transplant. I love that.
Yes. I wrote that down too about hitting the reset button and the attitude. And then also about her last thing was that this business is about being a servanthood,
Right.
and blessing and serving others. And that if you
Yes.
learn to do that, instead of worrying about what if I don't make any money? What if she don't show up? What if they don't like me? What if I don't say it right? Just say, I'm going in to bless others. Think of it. We used to say this when I joined. They said, think of it like you're saying, can I come vacuum your house for free? Can I come do your laundry? And they'd be like, yeah. And you're saying, can I bring all my samples, have you sit down at the table, put all my knowledge on you and let you pamper yourself? We'll pamper your face. You're going to feel like a million. And all you have to do is show up and, be there and let me do it. That's it. You decide you want to get it, great. You can invite some of your girlfriends and they can have fun too. And I promise you, you will have fun. Have y'all ever done a party? Ever? Any of you? And the girls that you faced, y'all did not have a good time. When I think back, I can't think of not one single party that we didn't laugh and have a good time. So if you really think about it, even the ones that didn't want to book, that somehow their sister-in-law made them come, they end up with a smile on their face, because when you get together with other women that you like, and then y'all play in makeup, people have fun. So we gotta think differently about booking and about how we are offering a service to let them have fun. We're like taking them to the movies. We are the entertainment, right? And I just know that the Lord will bless you with sales and promotions in the business when we start thinking that way, instead of thinking of bookings and faces as drudgery and something we don't want to do. Because to be honest, if you don't want to do faces, you do need to get another business. That's the truth. If you don't want to put Mary Kay on people's faces and serve them, and that is what we do. You sign up to not only sell Mary Kay, but to do parties. And you may not have signed up to do that because you may thought, I don't know how to do parties. But you know what? That's our business. If Mary Kay Ash was speaking to y'all, she would say, listen, you have to let people try it to get the customers. We do have a good reputation. So some will just buy it, just like I buy a bra online before I try it on. But now I might turn around and send it back after I try it on. But to really get good, solid customers, it's great to have them try before they buy. So thank you for that. Anybody else have something? Sarah Johnson, I see your little hand.
How she just pointed out that 5 parties was 15 hours a week. That sounds so simple when we're so used to hearing a 40-hour week.
That is the truth. That is the truth. But don't we, like in our mind, when she said 5 parties a week, if some of y'all, and maybe even me go, that's a lot. Man, I'll be working all day. Not really. Not really. I mean, yes, you got to get your stuff together. yes, you got to fill the orders. Well, isn't that sad that you got to take your little bags and put your little product in it and write little receipts and go get your little money? No, that's easy, right? In this day and age, you don't even have to wait for them to write a check. This is what my people do now. I go, that's going to be $56.78. You got Cash App? Yes, I do. Okay, what is it? Before I can even walk back to my office and grab the products, they done paid me. I got like their money in my hot little phone. And so, I mean, you can get your money quick these days. And so, and I will say for some of you that don't take other ways of payment, you might think about it. You might think about adding a few extra ways for people to pay you. I tell them that I will take any way they want to pay me. I'll figure out a way to get their money. And I just laugh, and they laugh too. And they go, you take Zelle? I go, yes. You do whatever? I'm like, yes. I said, I'll take anything but your Sears card. So just give me your money. That's not a lie. And they just have to give it to me. So, but I do say this day and age, if they say, can I do, like if they're sitting right here with me, okay, and they'll say, do you do debit cards? Would you rather have a check? I mean, what do you take? And if she's sitting right there, what would y'all do? I say, write me a check, right? Because there's no fees, right? I mean,
No fee.
smart. There's no fees. So write me a check.
Yes.
But if she wants to put on a credit card, maybe she has a $1,200 credit line ready to spend. Yes, someone take your credit card. But she might have Cash App or Venmo or something like that too. So I just usually ask, okay? And I know you can get scammed on anything, so be careful with what you do and all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, I want to just feel like I need to throw that out there. Okay, so you guys, yes.
Can I just interject one thing that I think
go
she
ahead.
said was super important, and it was the word dream. And she said, we need to get back to dreaming. And my friends, we're in the 60th anniversary of Mary Kay Cosmetics, and Mary Kay's dream is alive and well. And I want to encourage each one of you to have an alive and passionate dream for the 60th anniversary. And I think Kathy would share that, Mary Kay Ash herself would share that with you, that to dream without reservation and to dream in living color. If you knew you could not fail in the next 4 months in 1 week, what would you cross that stage for at seminar and be celebrated in as a dream come true for you? Because this is a dream company and we get to cultivate the dreams of others. So I just wanted to highlight the dreams, Cleta. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That's one of the things she said is help women manufacture their dreams. She did. So thank you for saying that. And I'll tell you, there was a friend of mine, I saw that she posted today that she had a goal to do the quarter sharing. She'd never done it. She's a director. And that she set out at the beginning of the year, said, I'm going to get that B. And she has already finished the B already, 5 months early. And she's number 17 in the quarter of sharing. So anybody can decide and make a new decision of how you work your business at any time. It doesn't have to be July the 1st or January the 1st. It could be on February the 20th, 2023. It could be. And today could be the day you go, you know what? I'm going to get that B. I'm going to get that B between now and seminar. I'm going to get enough people to have 24 qualified recruits between now and seminar. So why not? I mean, if somebody can do it, why not you? There will be people that do it. So why not you? Y'all are already in. You don't even have to think about it, right? So I just feel like if we are not short of people signing up in Mary Kay, we're short of how many people we ask. We need to ask a lot more. We used to do interviews every single week. Like, how many interviews do I did? 5. How many people did you get signed up? 1. And now it's like, how many did you interview? None. How many did you sign up? None. Right? And so we think we've done a big deal when we talk to one person. We really have to be talking to 5 a week to get 1 a week. So that's just the truth. So you know what? There are people out there looking for us and for something to do. I mean, think about yourself. You're sharp and you signed up, right? Don't sharp people. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again with you and just cover a couple quick things. These are our verses, but I think the verse for today is the one that she said, and that's that Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord. I want everybody to like memorize that verse this week. Okay, so just as a couple of reminders, we got these beautiful earrings. I got mine in. I love them. I wore them. I've worn them every day this week, but today I meant to have them on. But they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I love the earrings. Of course, y'all know all the new products, the hand creams, the boosters. And last week we've seen some before and afters coming out of women doing these boosters. I've seen them on people just doing it even like on their arm. One of my consultants, Carolyn, did it. She had a big brown spot on the back of her hand. And she said, I want you to look at this. This is like 2 days of how it has faded, the brown spot. That's that Ferulic and niacinamide brightener, the brightener. And so if you have a spot and something like that, hand, arm, face, take a picture and then like a week later, take another one and post it. Because I'm telling you, we will sell more with not legit, because the company puts them too, but with y'all's picture, like people we know, you'll sell more when you get some good before and afters. All right. Of course, the after sun gel. There's 1,000,001 reasons why you need that. The duos. We talked about this at our unit meeting last week, and they are easy to use. There's a lot of people that have done little videos on them. Don't be scared of them. It's just like our latte is like the matte part of the, our contour powders. That's like the matte part of the sticks. The bronzer, the shimmer part is like the bronzer, but it's in a cream instead of a powder. It's so easy, right? And then you got the pearl and the gold. Those are your highlighters. And so and you can put them, that white is pretty sparkly. So you might want to use it with whatever, but like the gold is really pretty here. And some people put a little bit of the white. I put it right here on my eyelids. I mean, hey, you could do your whole face in those suckers. So don't be afraid of them. The best way to sell them is to get them out yourself and use it. Use everything on one of them. Of course, the 2 colors, I had the berry raspberry on. Love it. Worn it all week. Okay. Think of pink. I've worn that too. They're both beautiful. All right. And it's just something new to talk about. Of course, we got the most important things game sheet for consultants. 3, Great Start Qualified and Be a Star. Star ends on March the 15th, but you could finish early. Some of you are going to a local career conference that are recognizing stars that finish early. And if y'all remember at the old days when we had career conference that the company did, all people that finished their star by February 28th got to walk on stage. So just make it in your mind, I'm going to finish 15 days early. I'm going to go ahead and finish by February the 28th. Finish your star. But you have to be a star this quarter or next quarter. Why wait till next quarter? We're in this quarter. And then, of course, if you get 5, you not only get the scarf, but you get your free red jacket and you get to go on stage. So that's the deal. Couple things. Next Tuesday is February 28th. I know last week at the end of this call, I said, I'll see y'all next week on the 27th. Me and dates sometimes get confused. That's all I can tell you. So next Tuesday is the 28th. We'll see y'all on the 27th, but it is last day of the month. It's a short month, right? One of my girls on here, Sandra Griffin, she's turning 15 today. She's born in leap year. she's a leap year baby. And so there's no 29th. So don't wait. The last day of the month is for sure on Tuesday. Okay. So make it count. Get your golden prize. Look at your star. Look and see if you're booked up for March and the rest of this week. Work on those 60 faces and add a new team member. Make February a month that you go, that was a game-changing month for me. I started doing some things that I thought I couldn't do. I changed my attitude about booking and told myself, everybody wants to book with me. Nobody but nobody is a better booker than I am. People are dying for me to call them and ask them if they want a facial. That's what you're going to have to say to yourself. Instead of, I can't, I wish. Mary Kay said, don't say that. So we got to say what we want instead of what we don't want. All right. So I'm going to finish with this. I saw this on my desk today. It's one of these old Mary Kay little calendar things. And so for February 20th, it happens to be that Mary Kay did a quote that says, work. It says, I want you to think big and believe in yourself because I believe in you. Success is never a matter of luck, background, or magic. Although nobody can success, nobody can give it to you. Nobody can give it to you. You can only be offered an opportunity, and you must apply the desire and the work. Plan your work and work your plan. If you aren't happy with yourself, climb back up on God's easel. He's not finished with you yet. Isn't that amazing? So I love that. We talked about in my unit meeting a bunch of different about booking as an attitude, and I want to recommend this book to every single one of you. Some of us are doing Director Bible Study. It's called Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table, and it's by Louis Giglio. You can order this on Amazon and order the book, not the workbook. The workbook's good too, but the book's what you need. It's so good, you guys. And I mean, I'm on chapter 7. I'm telling you about, you know how like you like a book, and I about underline the whole book. And it's about how Satan will get in your mind and give you negative thoughts. And then he festers on them, and his whole thing, his mission is to bury you. And he has no mercy, and he has all the time in the world. So we have to take captive all these negative thoughts that are coming in our mind every day. And I really believe that you can do it. You know, Mary Kay Ash was a believer, and she believed that God gave her the gift to start this business and get it going. And, you know, I believe that too. And so I just would highly recommend this if you're having a lot of mental doubts about yourself, about your business, about anything. I think this will put it in perspective to you. It's about Psalms 23, which says that he prepareth the table before me in the presence of my enemies. So enemies are still going to be there, but there's only room for 2 at the table, you and Jesus. And so when he tries to scoot up and go, hey, can I have a piece of your bread? You go, no, get away from me, devil. It's so good. Okay, y'all read the book. All right. Let me see if there's anything else that anybody said that I did not mention. Okay, I think I covered everything. So y'all have a great week. It's the last week of the month. Let's make it count. Beth, thank you for being our reader tonight. I really appreciate that. And so next week we will wrap up the Game Changer journey. And this is what I'd like you to do. Okay. In the back of the Game Changer book, it says, whose game changer story impacted you the most? It says, what game-changing things did you do in your business over the past 7.5 weeks that you're most proud of? Share a moment in your business over the past 7+ weeks where you felt like a game changer in your business, and what has your game changer moment been? And so I would love for each of you just to look at those questions, think about them, jot a few notes down, and somebody that would be willing to share a couple of those with us, just be prepared for that next week as well. Does that sound good? And we'll hear from some of y'all. I've had some game-changing moments. I pray so for all of you. And so I would love to hear what they are next week. Okay. So thanks everybody for jumping on here tonight, and we will see y'all on February the 27th next week. Bye everybody.